Instagram does not recommend every new post to millions of people the moment it is uploaded. Instead, every reel, post, carousel, and story enters a hidden testing process designed to measure audience response before wider distribution. This process happens automatically and applies to every creator, regardless of follower count or account size. The purpose of this test is simple. Instagram's recommendation system needs evidence that people genuinely enjoy the content before it decides to show it to more users. Rather than relying on popularity alone, the AI begins collecting behavioral signals from real viewers. It analyzes how people respond during the first interactions and uses that information to predict whether the content is likely to satisfy a larger audience. Only after completing this initial evaluation does Instagram decide whether the content should remain limited or continue reaching more people. Understanding this hidden testing process is the first step toward understanding how Instagram's recommendation system actually works. The first test is never random. Instagram carefully selects a small group of people who are most likely to be interested in your content. This audience is not chosen to make the post viral. It is chosen to help the AI understand how people genuinely respond. Every interaction becomes valuable information. A viewer who stops scrolling watches a little longer, rewatches the reel, or immediately scrolls away each action tells Instagram something different. Within a short period of time, the recommendation system begins recognizing patterns in audience behavior. These early signals help the AI predict one important question. If more people see this content, will they enjoy it too? The answer to that question determines whether your content stays within a small audience or moves to the next stage of recommendation. During the testing phase, Instagram's recommendation system begins analyzing audience behavior in real time. The objective is not to measure popularity. The objective is to measure audience satisfaction. Every interaction becomes a behavioral signal. Watch time, audience retention, replays, shares, saves, comments, and profile visits. Each signal represents a different level of interest and helps the AI understand how people are responding to the content. Instead of relying on a single metric, Instagram combines these signals to create a complete evaluation of content quality. A post that holds attention, generates meaningful interactions, and keeps viewers engaged builds stronger confidence within the recommendation system. As that confidence increases, the AI becomes more willing to recommend the content to a larger audience. This is why Instagram does not reward content simply because it receives views. It rewards content that consistently captures attention, maintains engagement, and provides genuine value to the people watching. Once the initial test is complete, Instagram's recommendation system reaches its first conclusion. The decision is not based on luck. It is based on the evidence collected during the testing phase. If the audience responds positively, the AI increases distribution and introduces the content to a larger group of people with similar interests. As new viewers discover the content, the evaluation continues. Every stage provides fresh behavioral data, allowing the recommendation system to continuously reassess its confidence. Strong audience satisfaction leads to wider distribution. Weak audience satisfaction limits further reach. This process repeats again and again as the content moves through different audiences. Rather than making one final decision, Instagram constantly updates its recommendation based on how people continue to respond. That is why some posts continue growing for hours or even days, while others stop expanding only minutes after they are published. Understanding this process changes the way Instagram should be understood. Every piece of content begins with the same opportunity. What happens next is determined by audience behavior, not assumptions. Instagram's recommendation system is designed to identify content that consistently captures attention, maintains engagement, and creates genuine value for viewers. Every positive interaction increases the system's confidence. Every negative interaction reduces the likelihood of wider distribution. This is why reach is not randomly assigned. It is earned through audience response. For creators, the lesson is clear. The recommendation system cannot be convinced. It can only be convinced by the people using the platform. When viewers choose to watch longer, share, save, comment, or return to the content, the AI recognizes those behaviors as evidence of quality. And when that evidence becomes strong enough, Instagram naturally expands the recommendation. That invisible testing process is the foundation of every post that reaches thousands and eventually millions of people. Every Instagram post goes through a testing phase where audience behavior is analyzed. Watch time, pauses, shares, saves, comments, and profile visits all signal content quality. This process isn't based on luck or follower count, it's driven by audience satisfaction. The algorithm rewards content that holds attention, engages viewers, and delivers value. That's why similar posts can perform very differently. The outcome depends on how people respond. Each interaction strengthens or weakens the post's reach. Instead of asking, "How can I beat the algorithm?" ask, "How can I create content people enjoy?" Because the algorithm doesn't create success, it recognizes it. But among all signals, one stands above the rest. We'll reveal it in the next chapter. Subscribe to continue the series. Created by Surbhai Gupta.